Akpara, pictured, stuffed his hand down a young nurse's trousers at the hospital. A married A&E doctor who stuffed his hand down a nurse's trousers and repeatedly groped her after becoming obsessed with her bottom has been struck off. Akpara preyed on the woman during campaign of pestering at the University Hospital of Wales in Cardiff. The 48-year-old stood with his groin against the young nurse's rear while she took blood from a patient. The father of two followed her into a storeroom, held her from behind and put his hand down her trousers. And when she begged him stop, Akpara pleaded, "Please, just a little longer, it's okay, you just have this effect on me." But he tried to convince the medical practitioners' tribunal service that it was she who had pursued him. The panel struck him off for sexually motivated misconduct. During one incident, Akpara led the nurse known as Mose into our room on the premise of discussing a patient's care, before closing the door and telling her, "If you give me a hug, I'll let you out." He also invited her out to drink champagne, offered to buy her underwear, and repeatedly found occasions to brush against her bottom and made lewd remarks about it. When asked to step back on one occasion, he said, "Why? I'm just standing here. When you like someone, it's hard not to be this close." Akpara, pictured, tried to convince the panel that the nurse had made advances on him. Akpara, who worked 3 locum stints at the hospital, preyed on the nurse between May 2014 and August 2016. Mose told the Manchester hearing on January the 8th, "He started touching my bottom. If we were stood on hand over around a place where I could not move, he would sometimes rest his hand there for around 30 seconds to a minute. If we were walking down on a corridor, it might be for 20 to 30 seconds. It was for a long enough period of time where it would not have been an accident, and it happened so often that I cannot recall the first time it occurred. I tended not to say anything. I would give him a look, or I would move away because I was feeling uncomfortable, but it would always be in a situation where it would be awkward for me to make a scene or say something." Akpara, who had a clean 22-year record in the profession, claimed the nurse had flirted with him, repeatedly initiated physical contact and tried to persuade him to buy her a £3,000 designer handbag. Share this article, but colleagues described the nurse as prudish, timid, and quite religious. Giving evidence, one senior nurse said, "It was like Dr. Akpara had picked Mose out as he knew she wouldn't say anything." Mose is a very good person and will always see the good in people. She is quiet and a genuinely lovely girl. Panel chair Kim Neal said striking Akpara from the medical register was needed to send a message to the medical profession that this behavior is unacceptable. Akpara, of Thamesmead, South London, has 28 days to appeal the decision.